I'm Sophie and I'm a couples connection coach. I help couples reconnect and rediscover fun, and I'm here to help you with your marriage to keep it light, keep it fun, and to really understand each other more and become closer as a couple. Today we're talking about the honeymoon, specifically about how to bring the honeymoon back into your relationship. How your honeymoon phase can literally last a lifetime. And I really do believe that. Where do we start? How do we bring the honeymoon back? One quote that I really love by Tony Robbins is, do the things that you did at the beginning of your relationship and your relationship will never end. And that is so true. And that's what we're talking about. All right, let's get right into it. Number one, define what the honeymoon phase looks like for you guys. What did it look like, or what does it currently look like for you, or what will it look like, depending where you're at in your relationship. Here's a list of what I came up with for myself and what our honeymoon phase looked like. And hopefully this can help you think of some ideas as well. I think some of these are really common for a lot of people. So a few things is we're consistently going out on dates. We are talking for hours in the car or on long walks or over the phone. We text each other sweet, funny messages during our day. We feel adventurous from all the dates and the outings that we've been on together. We are meeting new people, right? We're meeting each other's friends. We're meeting new people when we're out together. We're meeting family members, just meeting a lot of new people as a couple, right? Your circle of friends and family expands as your relationship goes on and on. And the last one I wrote is dreaming together. We're dreaming about the future. We're planning things. When we were in our honeymoon phase, they were talking about engagement and marriage, and so there's so much dreaming going on, and that is so important for your relationship after that honeymoon phase as well. And so do not stop dreaming together. Dreaming individually can be natural for some of us, but it's important to be intentional about dreaming together, both of you looking forward towards your vision as a couple, not just individually. So number two, now that we've listed all of the things that we feel created that honeymoon phase for us, how can we take those things and bring them into our life now? Let's bring the honeymoon back. Let's bring it back.
It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time.
So here are some things that you can do to bring this back into your life. Create adventure for yourselves. So explore your area that you live in. You don't necessarily have to go travel and do this big, expensive, long trip. You can start little, start in your own town by exploring what you have already around you. Go on some fun tours, make your own adventure for the day. There's so many options out there that we just see right through because we want the bigger and better things, right? But there's so much that we already have available to us that we may not see right away. Try new things, even if that means ordering from a new restaurant, going to a new restaurant. Try new things together. Number two is schedule dates. Schedule. You want to put your dates in your calendar in advance and make sure that they happen. That's the only way to be sure that they will happen. I'm telling you, because life, we know, gets so busy, and last minute things and errands we got to do, commitments, there's a lot going on. So to be able to make this a priority, you have to put it in your calendar. Sit down for literally 10 minutes together and look at your month, plug those dates in there. And if you can only do one date in the month, because I know for some people, especially parents, it's super difficult to find time, then do that. make it a commitment to do one date every month, and that is way better than not doing it at all. Think about that. That's 12 dates in the year instead of one date in the year that you tried to squeeze in. So please make an effort, do that, and you will find yourself so happy, and it's going to give you that time to reconnect, to catch up with each other, to just create that fun bond that maybe you don't have anymore because life got so busy. So do that, and you will not regret it. You will not regret it, I promise you. Number 3 is to create a lifestyle that allows you to have margin, to feel at peace, a lifestyle that is slow-paced and not chaotic, because that does happen, obviously, right? It's natural for things to just become chaotic. We have seasons in our lives that are not so glamorous and so relaxing. But the great thing about our honeymoon is that it was so relaxing and easygoing and adventurous. We felt relaxed and at peace, right? Things were, in a sense, you could say they were easy. And so, what are some ways that you can simplify your life so that you can get some of that back? That's a really big subject to talk about, but I'm just going to leave it there. I think it's so important. What are some weekly rhythms that you can implement so that you can be off when you need to be, so that you have time to be together, you have margin, so that when things do get busier than they were supposed to be, you still have a little bit of wiggle room to not be overwhelmed? Put some boundaries in place as well to have a lifestyle that is simple. For example, Chris and I, this is something we still have to constantly remind ourselves of and always working on, but when we are out on a date, we have to remind ourselves to not talk about work, talk about anything but work. For you guys, if you're parents, I would suggest talk about anything but your kids and work, because there's so much more conversation to be had, and those do come naturally to us for sure, but there's so many more things to talk about. So protect your time so you can give your partner your undivided attention. You want to create those boundaries, like when you go out on a date, to create boundaries by making sure you're not talking about work. You know, we're going to go on a date, we're not talking about work, we're not going to talk about our kids. We can talk about anything else, but not those two things, and not talk about big stressful issues that we're going through. Those can be for other times, but the times where you're out on a date, is the point of it is to feel closer, to reconnect, do things that will make you feel loved and understood and appreciated by one another. Whatever that means to you. It could be just a nice walk by the water. It could be going to an amusement park, like anything at all. It could be just staying at home and having a nice dinner at the table. So do those things that will really, really help. Absolutely. Take a vacation from your problems. Yes. What about Bob? Do you guys know that movie? Because if you don't, then you need to stop this video and go watch it right now. It is the absolutely best movie. I love it. It's a classic. And basically, Bob is like, he has this realization. He's like, I know what will make me better. I need to take a vacation from my problems.
Bob, I'd like you to take a long look around you. What does everything you see here have in common? Vacation.
Vacation.
Now, I can't, Bob, at this time, give you the kind of therapeutic attention you need to solve all your problems, and you know why.
You're on vacation.
Exactly. What I can do is this.
Don't give me pills. I already have pills.
This is not pills. Read it.
It says, take a vacation from my problems.
I'm giving you permission to take a vacation, Bob. Not a vacation from your work and not a vacation from your daily life, but a vacation
From my problems.
Exactly.
This is incredible. This is astounding. For the first time since Athlon, I feel free. You've given me a great gift, Doctor. Have a great vacation.
You too, Bob.
A vacation from my problems! Yeah, I will.
And I love that scene so much because it's just like, it's so true at the same time. I know that we shouldn't be ignoring or avoiding our problems. But what I mean is, it's important to take vacation, right? When you take vacation, you feel rejuvenated and refueled and just, it's time to let go. And we need to let go when things are so demanding of us and when, you know, there's so many things that happen in our weeks. And so take a vacation from your problems is basically just letting go and being together with your partner to just like, let's put these things aside and let's just enjoy each other's company. And so take a vacation from your problems, do it. You will love it. When you're on a date, you know, tell yourself, we're going to take a vacation from our problems. Let's leave the house. We're going to go do something fun. And that's our chance to let go and continue to have fun together.
Seesaw.
Did you get both of those?
I don't know.
Go forward. Coming back to dreaming together, right? We need to envision our future together. We need to have goals and have something to look forward to. For many of us, that's what drives us. That's what keeps us going and keeps us reminded of why we're doing what we're doing when things aren't so fun and so glamorous. So continue to dream about your future together. That should never stop. And so take some time, whether that's on your date together, you know, dedicate a time where you can dream together, you can discuss about your future and what that could look like. And don't put any boundaries or limits on your dreams, just have fun with it. The point of it is to let go and just think above and beyond what you think is possible, basically. Just dream together, have fun with it, and good things will come from it. Just because those specific things won't necessarily happen doesn't mean something better can come from it. So enjoy that time and dream big. So the last point I want to make, something to not let go of, to bring back into your relationship, is how grateful and thankful you can be to be living together, to have this life where you're living it side by side together, where you are waking up in the morning together. Think back at the earlier stages of your relationship, or for you, it might be right now as I speak, how exciting it is. Those are things that we shouldn't forget about. You know, don't take those things for granted. It's easy to get used to it, right? It becomes familiar, it becomes an everyday thing. But let's remember that excitement that we had then. There's so much to be excited about still. Imagine what it would look like to not have them there at this time in your life. If you're like, yay, then that's a whole other problem, and we can talk about that later. Send me a message. But no, seriously, if you think about it, how much more grateful does that make you to have them with you when you go to bed at night and when you wake up in the morning? It's a gift, and it's a wonderful thing to have and to experience in your life every day. It sounded cheesy. All right, so that is everything. I think this was probably a much longer video than I was planning, but I hope you were able to stick around to the very end because there were tons of great points in there and things that you can start implementing. So what I want for you is to just take one thing that you learned, one takeaway from this video, and start implementing it. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed about all the things I just listed. Just pick one thing that spoke to you the most and implement it in your relationship and just see what happens. See if it changes things. See if you feel a shift in your relationship. See if you feel closer. Let me know below. I would love to hear from you, or even send me a direct message. I would love to know if this was helpful, and if you would like to hear more about a specific thing that I brought up. If you can also let me know about that below, that would be super helpful so that I know what my next videos are going to be about. I want to be able to deliver helpful things that you want to hear. So the more that you can tell me what you want, the more that I can deliver what you want. All right? I guarantee you that you will feel more in love and more connected with your partner once you start implementing one of these things. Just keep working at it. You got this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Today I'm going to show you, today I'm going to share with you about this is fun. Okay. So here's a list of, there's a hair over here floating around. Yes. Do. Bring it back. Your spouse, blah, blah, blah. This is awkward. This is so awkward. Okay. Oh, this is good.